Okay, now I gotta remember where the chat is. I know it's under one of these. Okay, we're going to try this again. Okay, we're going to try this again. Looks like my video is working again, or my audio is working again, so that's good. Okay, we're going to try this again. Looks like my video is working again, or my audio is working again, so that's good. Now I just got to figure out how to get my chat back up there. Hi there, darling. Let me put you in the queue. Darling, have you been in before? I feel like you have, but I may be confusing you with another person that has a similar name. Okay, so what I'd like you to do as I shuffle the cards is I'd like you to think about this M person. So breathe in their name, breathe out a vision of what they look like, picture of their face. Breathe in their name, breathe out a picture of their face as I shuffle the cards. Is M returning? Now I'm just realizing that's a yes/no question. So rather than doing the cards here, I can do a pendulum, which is specifically for yes/no questions. And the way this works for me is if it goes round and round, it's a yes. If it goes back and forth, it's a no. Okay, so the question for M is, or will, excuse me, the question for darling is, will M return to darling? I'm getting a no response. In a minute here, when the stream catches up, you'll see it's clearly going back and forth, not around and around, and back and forth. There we go, is a strong no for me. So no, M is not returning to you. If it were a yes, it would be going in circles. Now I do want to remind you that that is the current energy. we were just having this conversation before my mic stopped working. Fate is fluid. It's not set in stone. There's free will involved here. But the current energy suggests that no, they will not come back to you. I'm sorry, I'm sure that's not what you were hoping to hear. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm trying to figure out how to get my chat back up on my laptop. Right now I'm having to look on my phone and be actually present in the room. I gotta write down how I find the chat every time because I keep losing it, and then I have to look around trying to find the darn thing again. Me. So frustrating. This is a new live streaming software for me. So, and it's got a whole lot more going on it as far as like it's like the dashboard of a jet plane. So it's a bit more challenging for me to try and find different things. I cannot remember where I saw it. It's so frustrating. Darling, if you're still in the room, you might want to, I have a pre-recorded choose, where you choose deck 1, 2, or 3. That is up right now on my site. It just came up today. Maybe you want to consult that as well. Maybe that'll give you some more information beyond yes or no. Well, there's the chat right there. Hi, Linda. So, Linda, you want to know if William is going to ask you out. That's a yes-no question. So let's consult the pendulum. For me, the pendulum is, it'll take it just a minute to get up on the screen. For me, the pendulum, if it goes around and round, it's a yes. And if it goes back and forth, it's a no. Well, is William going to ask you out? And it'll take it a minute to show up on your screen, but I'm getting a strong yes. The pendulum is swirling in a circle quite strongly. It's quite a large circle. I don't know how to show it so you can see it. Yeah. We're getting a big circle on that. You can't see it because of the camera here. What if I do that? There you go. So I'm getting a strong yes answer to your question. All right, so I'd say yes, he is going to ask you out, my friend. Now, when that'll happen, I don't know. Hi, Phantom Punk. I haven't seen you for a while. My board's a little crooked. I'm straightening it out right now. Phantom. I'm going to put you on my queue here. Absolutely. So let's put a timestamp on that. Let's say what's coming coming your way in the next month. I've had my ups and downs, which is kind of normal for someone my age, but I'm doing good today. I had a little kerfuffle with the speaker. It just suddenly stopped working and no one could hear me, so I had to restart my live. So, Phantom, if you will, focus on your question. What's coming your way in the next month? What's coming Phantom's way in the next month? In the next 30 days? Yeah? What's coming your way in the next month? What's coming Phantom's way in the next month? Alright, let's see what we have. Looks like you're going to have a bit of a kerfuffle going on with perhaps a younger person, someone's feelings. And this isn't something new, this is something you've gone through before. So, looking at those cards as they come up, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, and then we have the Fool reversed. So, I think what's coming for you is something that you've experienced before, and it kind of it ties your hands. It's like it's like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? There's not an easy answer at all, and it's something that you keep coming back to, whatever it is. Now, with the Page of Cups, we're talking about something. The thing has to do with is on an emotional level. The thing, and if it's another person, that person, it's an emotional connection. But for you, it's the mental. It's the, how do I fix this problem? How do I solve this problem? And with the Fool reversed, it is not something new that's coming in. It's something that's coming back, or something that keeps reoccurring. If that, hopefully that makes sense. So in the next month, expect a little bit of, I want to say drama, but not necessarily. A little problem that needs to be looked at again and hopefully resolved. I'm inclined to think it involves another person just because you're coming back to it. That would be my guess. Oh, what is PCH? Is that Publishers Clearinghouse? Okay. So another yes/no question. So for this, I consult the pendulum. So essay girl, I can already tell you the answer is no. But let's see what it says. I think that's a rather frivolous question to ask, in my opinion. You're welcome, honey. So I will tell you, we were just having this discussion earlier. Tarot reading is not fortune telling. It's not. Anything can change at any time because energy is not stagnant. It doesn't go in one direction. It doesn't stay in the same place. But let's see what the pendulum says. Essay girl wants to know if they're going to win Publishers Clearinghouse. And I don't know if you can see it, but my pendulum is swinging very strongly back and forth, which means no. Yeah, you can see it. I'm going to let it sit there and swing for a minute so you can see it's definitely a very strong no. Alright, that was your question. So maybe next time I have a free reading, maybe not a yes/no question, maybe something a little bit more pertinent to your life. Or if you don't have a question, that's okay too. You can just hang out. I also have a pre-recorded evergreen reading that's just come out this morning that you can consult if you like. That's one of the ones where it's pre-recorded and you choose a deck 1, 2, or 3. Please don't forget to like. It helps build the channel's, showing more. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word. And I'm actually into my second hour. So I just did my first hour and then my mic stopped working. Probably I did something stupid. I pushed the wrong button and as a result my mic stopped working, so I had to completely restart this. So I was a little over an hour then, and now I'm about into half hour into this one, so I'll probably be here for about another half hour answering any question you have to ask. If it's a yes/no question, I'll use the pendulum because that is more appropriate for a yes or no question. And my pendulum, this is my pendulum, in case you're curious. I literally found this somewhere. I think it's some kind of artificially created crystal or possibly glass. But with pendulums, it doesn't have to be, anything on a string that's weighted can be a pendulum. Because where the real power of the pendulum comes from is your energy center right there in the center of your hand. You're welcome. Have a great weekend. or what's left of it. If you're just coming in and you hear crunching, that's because I'm eating my lunch. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking my tea. The reason why my first stream sound left is because I was going to walk over to my refrigerator and get some tea to drink, and so I muted the mic, and when I unmuted the mic, it didn't come back. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. I think it has something to do with the interface between YouTube and this this live streaming software. Juliet, free readings. Any question today? Last week I put, there's an extra level of protection for minors that they've added to the setup when you set up your video. And the first one is like, is it made for kids? Is it not made for kids? And of course, these are not made for kids. But then you can go further into it, and you can say that no one under the age of 18 can watch it. So I went ahead and clicked on that for all my videos last week, and my viewership went down to almost zero. And I don't know whether that's because most of the people that are watching this are kids, which is concerning to me because it's clearly not meant for children, or if there's some kind of block that happens, that people have to, like some kind of firewall that they have to like prove their age or something, and maybe the people are going, no thank you. So anyway, I took that off, and it's still marked not for kids. Because it's not. Why? Because do I think that kids couldn't benefit from a reading? Possibly, but really it's more about if you're under the age of 18, then your parents are the ultimate decision makers in your life. They are the ones that the law recognizes. Your parents are guardians until you come of age. And if they don't want you watching this, then you shouldn't be watching it. Spoken like a true former school teacher, because I was. I used to teach high school. I like that age. I prefer that age as far as teaching goes. But I'm retired. I do not teach anymore. So I mentioned it before. I have posted, and I probably will post at least once a week, a new, it's called Check Your Vibe, or Vibe Check video. And it is available. Devoya actually suggested it to me. I think it was a good suggestion. So I'm going to put the link to that one in the chat in case you want to check it out. It is evergreen, so what that means is that it isn't for a specific time or day. Whenever you go to it and you choose, that is the message is for that moment in time. Plan is to put out one at least every Sunday. I don't know when I'll be on again. As far as the week ahead, I definitely have plans to be on Thursday because that's Jupiter's day. And I may come on spontaneously some other times during the week, but definitely have plans for Thursday for a live reading, and I definitely have plans for a pre-recorded choose your own deck reading on Sunday. Kind of curious what folks' goals are for this week. I've had a couple of people come in asking, what's in store for them. I don't have any specific things going on this week. I have been working on an art piece, an artwork. So I've been working on that and do my usual routine, cleaning and cooking and stuff like that. But I've decided that this month is the month that I renew my passport. It expires next April, so I'm going to renew it, and then I can start making plans for leaving the country. I'm looking at a couple places in particular. I was looking at Colombia, Medellin in particular, and Guatemala. However, I just read a post that Croatia is starting to offer 3-year visas for digital nomads. So you could stay in the country for 3 years just on your just on your passport, not having to get a residency or anything like that. And I must admit that's rather attractive to me because, you know, if you don't already know, I mean, countries have limits, especially the Schengen countries, which are most of the European countries, on how long you can stay. Usually 3 months, sometimes 6 months, usually about 3 months. And that means that you need to either apply for permanent residency, which can be hard, or move to another country every 3 months, or leave the country and come back and restart your stay. So some countries offer a longer stay, and this is the newest one I've heard about, Croatia, so I'm going to check it out. I'm not really on board with going to Europe, but you know, I have to weigh the risk and benefits. I'm probably still going to stick with Central and South America though, for a variety of reasons. It's closer to home, the same times, you know, it's in the same time zone, the one that I'm used to. There's a language that is throughout all those countries, even though they probably have other languages, they all have some form of Spanish. So just one language to acquire. Lots of beautiful folk art and things to see. So that is my current goal. So it looks like it's just me in here. And I'm looking at the clock here. I'm probably going to go ahead and sign off for now. Maybe I'll come on later today, maybe I won't, but my plan is to definitely be here on Thursday. And definitely I may post another pre-recorded video before the day's out, looking at the week ahead. And other than that, thanks to all the new people that come in and the people that I've come to know. I appreciate you. I enjoy talking to you. And I hope you are having a wonderful life. Goodbye, my friends.